Hello. Boop boop. Welcome in. Hi, Otter. All right. So the last time we left Minas Tirith, we had just set all of these buildings around the inside perimeter of the wall and gave them a little bit of life and a little bit of color. So I think what we might do... Oh, hello, little sheep. Meh. So cute. I think what we're gonna do this time is work on the other side. So I played a little battlefield with Zara earlier today. And now oh, there it is. Okay. Woo. Sorry. Don't want to make anybody puke. But yeah, my keyboard, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm tapping at Battlefield right now. But so here's a fun thing. If you have an Xbox controller plugged into your tower, but all your keybinds in Battlefield are set up for the keyboard, when you get into an AA unit, you just spin around and you get like vertigo. And that kept happening to me. It was great. And I could only shoot when I came into when I spun around and came into range of a plane. And it was horrible and I don't recommend it. So unplug, make sure all your keybinds are working before you play Battlefield. Zara laughed at me a lot for that, but it took us a while to figure it out. I don't think I shot anything down either while that was happening because I was trying not to hork everywhere. Oh, no. Okay, so let's start here. Now, I don't necessarily have to match what's going on over here, but I do want to reference over here almost specifically so that I don't match. So it looks like I started with some little rectangular outbuildings. You know, oh my gosh, it looks like there is a pattern formulating almost. So like right on the outset, like I'm going to put, I think, a circular building first and just see where that takes us. Kind of set the tone a little bit. Need these people to have some cozy little weapon shops and cozy little smithies and cozy little pubs and all the things. Let's see. So let's start there. Oh, little brooms just popped up. That's cute. do enjoy that. Yeah, I like that. And I don't mind that it just like totally encroaches right there. So, like I said, I want to line the interior of the wall with outbuildings first, and then I'll start working on the outer perimeter. But this doesn't bother me at all for right now. So, Otter, I saw you playing Outer Worlds last night again. You're making that game look more and more interesting, and I think it's definitely on my list now, for sure. Now we're gonna push that guy in. I think we're gonna rotate. Make it... let's see what's going on here. I do want it to be about that thickness. What does that do? Oh, yeah. But I do want it to also do that. Oh. And you know, I'm not really, for today, I'm not really like, I don't know, at least in this particular case. There. A little bit more engagement with this surface, this exterior wall. Oh, a little nest popped up. Oopsie. That's so cute. Ah, such poor drainage, but... Oh, yeah. Well, and you were, like, you streamed for a really long time, Otter. Like, I don't know, you all in your, like, 1 million hour streams. I don't, ugh. I couldn't do that. Let's see. Let's make this one a little cockeyed. Put away. Now that's pretty cool. I like how it breaches the wall there. But we're gonna make this taller. Oops, sorry. Woo. Talking about vertigo during Battlefield. I'll try not to make anybody else work here. Let's see. What are we gonna do about this roof? Now, I don't think I have any that are that shape. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I've gone with, okay, so what would you call this type of roof? I don't think it's called a mansard or a menard or a mallard. Starts with an M. Hi, pizza. stretch. Yes, thank you. Oh, and hydrate. Thank you for that too. Yes, yes, I will. Take some water. Well, and if you guys have been in, it is important. It definitely is. If you guys have been in any of Moose's streams, okay, I'm not gonna go too much into it, but he's been getting like these Coke Holiday Creamy Vanilla flavors. You can imagine where he goes with that, but I'm not gonna go there. And I'm not a pop drinker, but they're actually pretty decent. Zara! Hi! Zara, I was just telling Otter about how I was getting the spins in the AA because it was crazy. I did. I recovered. Well, I'm drinking water right now because pizza wills it. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys are going to have to... I was trying to describe why it was happening. And, I mean, I kind of wish there was a video from your perspective of me. Oh, look at that little... Oh, did everybody see that? That sheep was floating on an umbrella. But anyway, sorry. Oh my god, he's doing it again. God, that's so cute. Sorry. Oh my god, why does that happen? And that is so adorable. Oh my goodness. Where are you going, little guy? Oh my gosh. Oh, that was so cute. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I was spinning and Zara and her fiance and his friend, like they were just all like, what are you doing? This is accomplishing nothing. Yeah, it was like, I promise I'm not doing this on purpose. But yeah, Zara, your fiance saved the day and Googled it real quick. Quick thinking. Quick thinking. Oh my gosh. And now there's a little bird on his head. Super sweet. Oh, so cute. Okay, back to this. Okay, so these are actually some pretty massive buildings for being on the interior. I'll try to scale it down for the next few. I don't mind it being rectangular. Oof. We are gonna... Oh, there's little nests. They're so cute. So we're gonna make this guy a little taller. We're gonna have that engage a little bit more. I know he snapped to the wall. I love nooks and crannies, but I'm not really into those types of nooks and crannies. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see. I usually keep Yeah, let's have one of these types of roofs. Now, oh, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I, I improved and I learned a new skill. I learned how to use an AA. You guys were very patient and you taught me how to do that, and I'm grateful for that. It was fun playing with you guys for sure. Um I did hop off, helped the kiddos with some waffles, and then got into this. So, if anybody's interested, this type of roof, these are called Dutch eaves, which means that if anybody is not totally familiar with the lingo, the portion of the roof that overhangs, you can call them an overhang too, but it overhangs over the wall. That is called an eave. And when you do that, eave, eave, eave. But when you do this and you get this condition, that's called a duchy. And that's when you have this exterior wall on one side, this triangle shaped roof. That's called a gable roof. When the tall side or the end wall of a gable roof goes up higher than the roof and creates this condition, that's a Dutch eave. Fun things. You don't see them a lot in the US. If you do, they're more in the Northeast, definitely where people started settling first. But you definitely don't see them out west. So, like in Colorado, the state that I live in, you do not see this architectural feature. So, moving on. Let's go with a turret this time. Maybe thinner one. Oh, and I think in this game I have a lot of these kind of curved roofs for the turrets. Those are called like they're more of a cupola shape. So, or they're called cupolas, I guess. Hi, Jelly. Mama haha. Yeah, move this guy. Now that's kind of cool. Now, if you could do like an asymmetrical kind of skew on these turrets, that would be fun. But let's see. Yeah, I kind of like that. All right. Oopsie. Okay, so we're in the clear for not necessarily like copying what's going on over here on this side. So I think we're good to mindlessly plonk things now. Let's see. Oh, I hear Gray. He's having a holiday creamy vanilla Coke. Whoa. Let's see. I'm gonna have this guy kind of go a little taller. And I want this condition to happen. Oh, little nest. I love those so much. I didn't say the whole thing, Jelly. I just said, oh wait, Coca-Cola Holiday Creamy Vanilla flavored. I don't know. I don't think there's really a good way to say it. It's either that or we all are traumatized by moose. So, here we go. Someday I'm gonna learn these keybinds. I don't think today will be that day, but let's see. Oh, that's lovely. Yes, we are all traumatized by moose. Zara, Otter, you guys have been there. You know what's up. It's a harrowing experience, to be honest. So, Pizza, if you're still in here, I think I've seen you in moose chats. You know what's up, too. Ooh. Facts of life. He's not even here and we're talking about him. What the heck? Ugh. What a goober. I bet he'd love that too. He'd be like, hell yeah, brother. Let's see. Please don't make people leave, Gray. I'd like people to stay and have a cozy... Oh, look at that sheep. It's even got a bird on its head. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, the bird flew away. But oh my god. Can you pet it? Ah. Oh my god, that's so cute. Insane. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying, but that was super cute. Oh yeah, please don't make people leave. Great. That's, I think, all I was saying. Why don't we make this guy a short and squat? Yeah, I haven't been called short and squat since high school. Kidding. Oh, God. Shit. Borking happening. Bork, bork, bork. Ah, Otter. I love your emotes. Like, seriously, man. Ugh. Too cool. Now, for all of these, I've kind of rounded them out, but let's do something a little different. Yeah, y'all borking? This guy goes that way. That's cool. I do like that. Let's make it a little taller. Oh, you know what? I I just like how varied everything can be. So I'm not necessarily looking for a consistent line here. So these are 4 items that are just like way too similar. Let's make I'm going for ooh, that's cool. Huh. Now that's not something I would normally think of, but that's cool. A cool effect. It's almost like a little clock tower or something like that. Happens. Whoa, look at that. Oh my gosh, I didn't know it would do that. Okay, that, yeah. I mean, that's pretty extreme, but I mean, why not? So, that's pretty cool. Have this guy go all the way up. But we're gonna make this guy really... Ooh. Oh gosh, no, wrong way. Wrong way! Maybe too much. Okay, so... That's kind of cool. Look at that. It's nicely braced. Doesn't look like there's any... Well, very, very structurally sound down here. Everything is safe in Tiny Glade. Except for the orcs. In our MINAS Tirith build. Hi, Urban. Welcome in. Just dicking around. As the kids say. It is penis Tirith. Let's be honest. Oh. Oh, they're not listening to me. Oh my gosh. I need to remember that. They don't listen to me. Let's see. So, Urban, welcome to Tiny Glade, where everything is a little bit architecturally unsafe. Oh, Urban. Yeah, seriously. I was like, this one's fun because I get to tell everybody about like Dutch Eaves and Snowshed. And it's like, it's been pretty fun. Because apparently I can't stop thinking about work while I'm in here. Ooh, let's make this guy a little proud of that tower. Maybe that's an opportunity for a little doorway on the second floor. Ah, all those birds' nests. Love it. Okay. Let's get another square guy in there. Hello, plant. No, I don't want it to breach the wall. How's this guy gonna engage? Maybe he does breach the wall. Breach the wall! Okay, I do like that, because you can't see it from there. But back here, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh yes, yes, you can learn so much. So much from us while we're building in Tiny Glade. And similar programs. Or not programs, games. Let's see. Go this way so you don't see it. Now, do I like that? On this end, I do. I like that a lot. A house needs walls to be a house. Yes. Thank you. Well, yes. Yes. No, I agree. It needs a roof and it needs walls. It doesn't necessarily need to be like have a floor. Like in a traditional sense of the word, like an established floor. You can still use dirt. My grandfather lived in Nebraska, which in the US, that is a Midwestern state. Very, very flat. And pretty much good for farming and speeding tickets. So when he was growing up, they were like, okay, so it's actually a really interesting story. So my great grandfather moved here from Austria, moved to Nebraska for some, who knows why. And they started their little homestead, and they had a lot of family money from, because the family in Europe was really well off. So they came here with money. And so when they started their homestead, they had a good, they were really well off. Well, if anybody's ever seen the movie Con Air with Nicolas Cage, kind of a similar situation happened. My great grandfather and my great grandmother were out on a date, and some guy catcalled my great grandmother, and yada yada yada. My great grandfather murdered him. It's not really something you yada 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 over, but it was I think from what the family says, it was a accident. Like, he, like, one of those I didn't know my own strength type of things. So the family spent their entire fortune on all the legalities of trying to keep my great grandfather, out of prison for life. Because he had a bunch of kids, and, they were well off, but they needed to farm, and he needed to do all the things. So they spent the entire family fortune keeping him out of jail with all the... So I don't know, it actually sounds kind of crappy, because he maybe didn't spend his time doing... I don't know, maybe he should have gone to jail. Anyway, I'm not gonna discover all that right now, or have an internal debate about that right now. But anyway, so my grandfather, because there was absolutely no money, because they spent all this money on all the legal fees and all that stuff. And so my grandfather, by the time he came around, because he was the 10th or 11th of 13 kids, they were dirt poor, and literally dirt poor, because they lived in what is called a soddy, which is basically for today, people that do sustainable or green architecture, net zero, whatever. It's totally a good practice, earthwork building. But back then, it's basically a cave that you build up on a couple, one or two sides with clapboards, and they had a dirt floor, and it was called a soddy. Oh yeah, sod, S-O-D. And in this case, it's S-O-D-D-Y. But it's basically a hole in a hill, and something that they lived in because they were very, very, very poor. So that is a goat trail that I went off of, because you mentioned a house having 4 walls. So there you go. I hope everybody enjoyed that. So let's see here. Now I've got the inner perimeter. I do want to keep this gap here. Oh, look at all these birds' nests, guys. Look. Look at them. You must look. Oh my god, they're so cute. Ah. So I've got all of these. I'm not going to add anything over here because I don't want to take away from going up to where the great white tree should be, or stairs up to this main feature. So I'm not going to add anything here. I might put like, we'll see what happens here. But now that we've finished the inner perimeter of these buildings, let's start on some colors. So if anybody has any suggestions, I'm definitely open to them. I'm just going for a varied effect. I don't want one building to be the same as the one adjacent to it. So, let's see. Let's see. Zara will suggest pink. I would hear you out. Okay. Heard, pink. Okay. I don't think we have much, if any, pink on this side. So yes. Okay. Pink it is. Ah, work with me. Okay. Oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah, we don't have any, we don't have any lighter wood. No, I tend to go with the darker wood. I'm not like a light wood, blonde wood fan, but I think in this case, you know, this says Zara right here, just like this color scheme. So gray. I don't even know what you meant. I don't know why you're saying that. I choose not to acknowledge. Even though I just did. So this I've said before. Exactly. I know. I mean, yeah, you're so right there. Oh, good Lord. Everybody, look into my penguin eyes. Let's have a moment where I just blink into the void. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, this is called Wattle and Daub. You see it in traditional Western European architectural, um, just traditional architecture. It is mud and sticks and straw. People were really covered in mud back then. And so, if I remember correctly, the daub is the mud part, and the wattle is the kind of structural framing part. So in this case, the daub is pink, and the wattle is a light blonde wood. Yeah, exactly. People were covered in all sorts of things back then, and it's like, if only they knew that in the future they'd have to pay a lot of money for that. That'd be crazy. Let's see. Back to colors. Let's take a look around. See what we have. On this side, let's see, that's green. So on this side, we don't have any blue yet. So let's do blue for this guy. Now, what kind of... Oh, orange and blue, go Broncos. Our beloved Broncos are playing today. It's our football team in Colorado, our professional football team. Their colors are navy blue and orange, or royal blue. Depends on... I guess it depends on what decade it is. Okay, so we'll keep with this string course. That's what these little, this little brick detail, it's like proud of this lane here. It's called, it's called many things. I call it a string course. We'll keep that. It's usually, even though it's decorative for the most part, it kind of goes in line with the floor height. So you would be like, oh, well, this is a 3-story building. Hi, Poplar. Bye, Poplar. Thanks for the lurk. Let's see here. I like that blue. We're gonna do that blue. Can you color this string course? No. Not this day. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Crazy pants. Okay, so if you have this detail, the Dutch eaves go away. And... Oh, wow. I didn't know it would do that. Oh, that's super cool. Wow. Okay, I really like that. Okay, so the Dutch eaves are gone, and this is a proper eave, And these are called purlins. These little doohickeys that stick out. This is the beam that holds the ridge of the roof, so it's called a ridge beam. And then these doohickeys are called purlins. Yep, that's exactly how you spell it, Jelly. Hmm? Oh, nope, sorry, it's with a U. Gray's my spell checker. That is something that, like, people in the architectural field are classically known for, is to be incredibly poor spellers. Usually I'm pretty a good speller, but not to this day. Okay. So no, go back. Okay, so I have to keep it on the that. Okay. Herd. Let's see. Here's a peachy. Yeah. It is not a very logical word. It could be either or any. I like that stone. That stone always looks so good with either that color or even like that. Nice. Okay. Moving on. We will make that a plain Jane. Make that dark and I don't use this color very often for the roof, so let's just go ahead and do that. Now, which one is cooler? I think this guy should be that. This should have the string course. Let's see. What colors are we working with here? We don't have any greens. Green and... Ooh. You know, we don't have that either. Okay, what's this color? I don't think we have this kind of peachy buff color yet. Buff as in naked. Look at that little naked tower. Look at that naked tower. All right. Now with this one, I've done this before. Like this long, like spire hat jelly. It kind of looks like, I don't know. I was gonna say Robin Hood, but I don't think that's accurate. Ah, wizard's hat, yes. No, Gray, not your hat. Not for you. Ah, dang it. No hats. No more hats for you. Now, I'm gonna pretend if we were to create a narrative about this, that this was maybe a clock tower type situation, finished up, detailed out, and that this is the underlying, you know, this is what they plastered over to get this finish. But they didn't have as much money. Like the contractors ran out of money, which is really like a typical thing. The owners ran out of money, so the contractor couldn't finish the job. So they just like slapped on the same paint color to make it look similar and nice, but they couldn't finish it up in the same way. And, you know, they almost, let's say, oh, we couldn't even find the right roofing material. It ran out of stock, so we tried to find the closest match possible. And there you go. And that's usually what happens. Let's see. Let's do plain. I feel like we need another blue here. Yeah. Oh, oops. Now, on the other blue, we had that. We don't have a dark green roof, so let's do that. I think we leave this wonderful little thing just as it is. Oopsie. Whoa, where am I? Whoa. Okay. Yeah, we're going to leave that guy as it is. And then the last one. Let's see here. This last one. Why don't we dark everything? Everything's just dark. Sadness. And whoa. Yeah, I was talking about my grandfather's sod house. So yeah. Sadness and woe, folks. Nah, he turned out all right. He's just a little eccentric. He bought secondhand dentures in Nogales, Mexico once. We don't know why they were secondhand. They were. We didn't ask any questions. You never asked that man any questions. You didn't want to hear the answer. So, all right. So, now let's do some interesting stairs. Stairs are very complicated for me in this game. I don't know why. They just are. But let's see. Huh. I mean, well, maybe I just want a bridge. Ooh, that turns into stairs. Oh my god. I love that. Look at these things. Look at them. Did I just do something right with the stairs? Holy bananas. Oh my gosh. Can't believe that just happened. No. No, go back. No. Whoa, no. Oh yeah. Hey, guess what, guys? I have an undo button. Ha. Ha ha ha. Yes. Hi, Emily. Welcome in. Right. Oh, that's fun. Oh, it's like the first stairwell that's ever worked out. Insane. Wow. Oh, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yay. Why? It's so cute. Oh my god, that was really cute. Oh, I love that. I don't know why it happened, but it was fabulous. Oh, I'm glad everybody was here to see that. Now, how are we gonna get into this place? Hmm. Feel like... Oh my gosh. Am I figuring out stairs in this game? Oh my gosh. Maybe? Maybe not. Nope. We could have a danger ladder. And a nice landing. Sometimes you need a little excitement in your life. So here's a very dangerous ladder. All right. Oh, and you guys, look at all these little nooks and crannies. Look at the flowers. Oh, look at that. Oh, thanks, Otter. Thank you. Much appreciated, man. All right. So we have... Ah! That was a mistake. Okay. So we have entry into these buildings. I would like entry into these buildings. This one, it's kind of like, you got a door. Maybe this one gets a door too, but I feel like, I don't know, these stairs are, I'm like 2 for 2. So I'm feeling really confident, really cocky about all this. Maybe overconfident, yes. So let's start these stairs here. Let's go up. Now I want you. And then go up. Guys. I think I might have figured out stairs, kind of. Oh, those are so dangerous. But, oh my gosh. Look at how fun that is. Those orcs are like way too big for these stairs. The person that lives here is safe. Just in this what is this? Second floor apartment. Just this person or group of people. They are the only ones that are safe. Because these stairs are too small. Oh, but that's really cool. So I'm going to make it bigger. There's that danger ladder. Oh, badass. Oh, and look at that little nook. Oh, look at these little nooks. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so I have the interior perimeter of the first tier. We've got it all. We've got all the stairs that we want. All the potential entry points are maybe mapped out. Colors, sizes, whatever. I always said I was gonna leave like doors and windows for the end. But I think let's go through and put doors and windows in these little areas. Let me put a little path here first. So I imagine that there's gonna be kind of a thing here, and here. And here. Yeah, that looks pretty. You know how people like cut through the grass and stuff like that. I mean, that seems like that's how that's working. I will do this. We'll put a little thing here. Yeah. Maybe I should have stopped when I was ahead. Stop. Yeah, that works. Oh, that's fun. Ah! Okay. It's funny when you end up in unexpected places. Oh, I love all these nooks and crannies. Okay. Wow. This is a mason's nightmare, it looks like. Oof. That person oof. That looks hard. Okay, so yeah, let's do doors and windows. Now, we don't have to be consistent, but also if anybody has any feedback on whether to do like the more gothic pointy windows or just the regular square windows, let me know. Okay, so this guy's already got a door. Oh, but let's put a little window in there. Yeah, well, let's mix it up. I am gonna have to put... Oh, I wanted that to stay there. How about this? Yeah, I do want that to stay there. No. Oh, that was the wrong thing. But I have an undo button. Yay. There. I think that should stay now. So, we're gonna have a door right there. Let's get some of this path. Oh, that is a tiny little door. How did that just happen? What? That was so cool. Hi, Tinker. I almost called you Taylor, but I never call you Taylor. Welcome in. Take a seat. I I love how that turned into like a tiny little door. It was super cool. This person's like, we're fancy here, jerks. We're your fancy neighbors. Fancy. Bye, Jelly. And a little bell. No. Let's see. No, I do want the bell. Oh my god. That is super cute. Did everybody just... Oh my god, I love this game. Now, the cool thing is, with the roofs like this, I mean, you know people are going to be living on the 3rd floor. And you can create all these little, like, dormers. That's when you kind of eat into the roof space and bump out for a window. That's what a dormer is. Now let's, since these are our fancy neighbors, our fancy pantsy neighbors. Yes, they also have a dormer. Wonder. No. Put that up a little bit. But they're like, we want privacy, people. All you plebes. So they want their... Oops. How did I do that? They want privacy windows. Because they're fancy pants people. Let's see. Main entry. Right here. Whoa. You can have a corner window? Oh, that makes no sense, and it is so lovely. Look at that. Just look at it. Oh my gosh. We are doing that all the way. Oh my god, that is like the greatest thing. Oh, I love that. I had no idea. And because these are the fancy pants neighbors, and these guys are like, they need to just like... pull their pants out of... Anyway, I was gonna say something very uncouth. They're like, we're gonna hang our laundry like as close to these people as possible. Because these people are annoying. Oops. Like, suck it, neighbors. What? No. Okay. No. And I bet... Oh, look at that. Little window box. Love that. Perfect. Laundry everywhere. I like my house. Oh, I think we're loving that. It does need a window. A window, not a door, though. Perfect. Let's go with... This looks like just more of a traditional building. They're not fancy pants by any means, but yeah, they're cool. Hi, Q. Oh, yes. Time to stretch. Let's get this window right here. And I will stretch. So one fun thing that is not something that I'm going to worry about in this game is that usually you like, so the top of these windows, like this little piece right here, and the top of the door, that little structural framing piece. Oh, good night, Irvin. Have a good sleep. Get some rest. Thanks for coming in. But this piece is called a header. And usually when somebody's being really nitpicky about design, but it's for good reason, they like the headers of all the windows. Well, I mean, this isn't really the case here, but they like the headers of all the windows and the doors to be the same height. And it's for aesthetic reasons, but it's also for like your budget. It saves your budget because usually when you're ordering windows, you like not the front door, but all the other doors that are like on the exterior of the house, like maybe your sliding door, or maybe there's like a little porch door or something like that. All of those doors get ordered with the windows from the same place, from the same manufacturer. And it is a cost savings when all these header heights are at the same height, because it looks consistent architecturally, and it, like, if everybody's like the person that comes in and frames, and they're putting in the 2x4s or whatever, or the 2x6s, or however you're framing the house, then, it's just more of an efficient way of framing a house, is to have all the headers at the same height if you can do it. What was that? Can I do? Oh my god! And voila! Consistent header heights. Oh my god, that was so cool. Double windows. Sorry, got distracted. But, I'm gonna do double windows here. Oh my god! Okay, I definitely have not explored this game as much as I thought. How many windows can you have? No way. Okay, that was really cool. Sorry, guys. I'm like... That was distraction craziness. But holy crap. If you could have a little bay window... Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys, I love that. That is so cute. I love this little bay window. And I'm happy for you, Zara. Zara's like, I love that for you. Move on. What happens? Oh my god. Guys. Guys. No way! Oh my god. So I could move this guy in line. I don't know. Long story short, it's always just to be good. It's good to be structurally consistent and have things line up. Point of the story. Oh my god, I'm so excited. How many can you have in a row? Let's find out. Oh, I think a 3-pack is as much as they want to do. But we could make it look like it's... Oh, sweet. Look at that. Holy shit. That is... Oh, sorry. Sorry. My oldest just reminded me of language. Hi, Shock. Great, great. Look at what I just did with the windows. Hi, Shock. I'm geeking out here. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, that's so cool. Whoa, look at that. Hi, Chick. Now, can you do that? Yes. What happens if you have 3? Nope. Now what happens if I want to place another one? Nope, we just have this double. That's okay though. That is super cool. Oh, look at what the orcs are gonna just tear up. Oh, it's so cute. I love those windows. Those dang orcs. Stay out of here, jerks. And then... Yes. So I'm gonna go like window crazy. And it's gonna be totally obnoxious. That's okay. You know what? In this case, maybe, like Jelly was saying, maybe we vary it up. These are just little peek-through windows anyway. They're there solely to let the light in. The large of the other windows, big ones are really pretty too. Oh, like the Gothic, like these? Let's see. Because... Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Oh, Emily. Cool. And because these are the fancy people, they don't care about their header heights. And they're just like, we must look upon the valley. Oh, that is so cool. Good call. That, yeah. Badass. Just gonna plonk one right there. Valley Girl Jelly arrives. Hi, Jelly. Jelly! 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 Look at this. Look at these windows. They're crazy. Look at that bay window. Ermagerd. I'm gonna tone it down a little bit. do want to... Yeah, let's just tone it down a little bit. You can do it for bigger doors too? Bigger doors. Oh my god. Here, let's try this. Because these are the fancy neighbors, the fancy pants ones. Well, I got a pumpkin, Emily. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me... Okay. So... Okay, so let's try... will it not let me... Do I need... I just keep getting a dang pumpkin. I mean, I can see where it wants me to do... I can see where it wants me to place the door. Ah! Here it is. Wow. That's not what I wanted. Oh, 'cause I have the undo button. That's... How did I get the little skinny windows to be... Ah! I don't know what I... Whoa. Okay, that's cool. Now, I don't know how I did that. That is a shiny tooth, Jelly. You brushed that tooth till it was shiny. Look at that pearly white tooth. Okay. How come these are the windows that I can't understand? Wah! Sorry. Okay, window. Let me understand you. Yeah. Yeah, that's... Zara, that's why, like, Battlefield and Arena and, like... Because I don't like being chased. I don't like being shot at. I don't like any of the things that happen in those games. That's why they're perfect for me to play for stress relief. Highly recommend. Yay. Let's see. Window. Cooperate. Do I have to just, like, feel it in my... Do I have to just feel like I want you to be a confident window? Be a bigger window. Have confidence in yourself. Be free. There was some sort of thing that I did with my... there it is. Okay, so I placed it, and then I went up. But I want it to do the other thing, too. Where maybe I don't have enough room. Okay. Let's practice that again. Okay. Click. No. What? What? Okay. Click. It's not working with me. Though I do like that. Okay. Deep breaths, everybody. Deep breath. So, no. It's not a left click. I click the window. And Emily. Okay, Emily, you gotta help me out here. How do I make this window do this? Because I can't really understand how I did it. Let's see. Let's try this again. Oh, luck. Well, that's not helpful. I expect everybody to be more helpful. Okay, well. What? Now, if I place a third. I don't know how that happened. What am I doing with it? I think okay, so this is like me putting windows on top of windows on top of windows somehow. I don't get it. We're gonna just roll with it. There's that dang diddly pumpkin. Keeps popping up. Here. Like I said, these are the fancy neighbors. Ooh! Where am I? Ah, help me! Oof. Oh, okay, I know where I am. Bye, Jelly. Thanks for coming in. I will drink some water. Tuck Jelly. And you guys aren't seeing it, but I'm looking like I'm in a commercial. Like I'm holding and facing the pop can of my Coca-Cola Holiday Creamy Vanilla. Mmm, yummy. Ah, refreshing. Oh. Night jelly. Hey. Look at these fancy neighbors. Look at their fancy house. Zara, have you been shooting planes out of the sky? Gray, Zara can tell you exactly what it looked like when I was spinning and spinning and spinning. It looked like chaos, probably. Now, these are the cool neighbors. Oh, a little wreath. Oh my god, that's cute. They're the cool neighbors. They've got a fancy house, but they don't like humble brag or anything like that. They're just like, hey, come on over. We've got cheesecake. What happens if you do that? Nothing. Nothing. Okay, so we're gonna have our door here. Let's have another door here. Except this is kind of like let's see. Oh yeah, there's room for it. Okay. Well, that works. You know, Zara, you can do that in Arena. If somebody kills you, you can watch how you died. And it would but yeah, I don't think that you can clip any like ridiculous stuff like that. Cause that was, oh my gosh. Like I was literally getting dizzy in there. And that's mostly why I asked you guys how to make it stop. Because I was just like, oh. It's like, dear God, please. What? Laundry. Opportunities. Huh? Now these are funky little windows. Let's just hope there's no, like, creepers. Use that ladder to look in the house. feel like this is going to be a low door. Don't think we want it in the middle of everything. Can I even... Maybe I want these people to just... Maybe I just want them to crawl through the window. Maybe they don't get a door. Maybe I have to do something to the stairs. Okay. So now what's happening? So what are you? Are you gonna turn into a door for me? I don't think you are. Let's just call this an escape window. Oh. Yeah, that's just a window for escaping the orcs. Okay, that's pretty cool. This guy gets a door. Yeah, Zara. Oh, yeah. She's away. But yeah. No, I was totally spinning and I was about to yak. It was unfriendly. So, since this might be kind of our little, like, clock tower type thing happening, we make this guy fancy. I love that. So in these cases, especially since they are gothic and pointy, if you can't make, like in this case, since they are, I think specifically gothic and pointy, you would want the sill heights. This bottom piece of the window, the windowsill. But that is actually what the framing element is called, is the sill. You would want the sill heights to match if you can't make the header heights match. So, there you go. Hi, Moose! Moose! Okay. Moose? You enjoy this. Gray and I are enjoying our Coca-Cola holiday creamy vanilla flavored pop beverages. Look at all the lovely stuff these orcs are gonna destroy. Too cute. Oh, thanks, Taylor. Stretching, stretching. Stretching, stretching. Okay. Thank you, Taylor. Oh my gosh, I keep calling you Taylor. Which is so weird because I always call you Tinker. Now, if we put a bunch of these cool little windows as dormers, yes. Yes! Look at that! Can I make a 4-pack? Nope, just a 3-pack. Oh, Emily, that was such a great idea. Oh, so cute. I love that. Yeah, Tinker, we probably annoyed the heck out of Winter. I mean, I was telling you that, but Gray and I kept fighting over puzzle pieces. And yeah, they were probably getting like super like, who are these people? And why are they in my puzzle? So yeah, and since it's online, it probably looked like both of us were having seizures. Because like like my mouse and his mouse would all of a sudden just like spaz out. And so, yeah, Winter was like, I mean, I've never even spoken to Winter before. So yeah, they were probably like, WTF? Okay, where am I having this door? I think I wanted this door right here. This nice little cubby. That is crazy that that's happening. Laundry, folks. Okay. Yes, I do want another one of those buildings. Okay, so maybe I don't do that. But I want... Ooh, can you do that with the... No. I want those corner windows. No? You can only do it with the square ones. Okay. Heard. Super cool. Hey, Biscotti. Ah! Sorry. Don't know where I am. I'm in a dark hole. Okay. Whew. That was close. I'm in... I'm with pumpkins. What? You can make a hatch? Whoa. Oh my gosh. That is super cool. We need escape hatches because of the orcs, for sure. But... oh, that's so cool. Okay, I need to focus on just this area. Now, I think we'll have a 2-pack right here. Or a 3-pack. Yes. Can I make them bigger? Okay, laundry, flowers. See, that's all you have to do to make the laundry go away is add more windows. Perfect. Okay. You do not have a stupid question, Zara. You just have a question. What is it? There's the door. Sorry. Distracted. It thinks I'm on a balcony. Okay. So, yes. Yes. The purpose that at least I have discovered is only to build. If there's anything more than that, I haven't figured it out. But yes, I think the whole purpose of this game is just cozy little builds. The thing is that when I started my my build, my MINAS Tirith, because I think the kids are still in here. Are they in here? Are they in here? Hey, where'd they go? They're not in. Okay, MINAS Tirith. So, dicks, wankers, and weens. So when we started this, yeah, like I was doing all the earthwork and it turned into this craziness and it looked funny and it was like, all I wanted to do was just like, it's tiny clay, but could I like make something that I love and have seen so many millions of times before? Not millions, but you know, all of that. So yeah, it's just building and it's kind of super cool. And you don't get on the inside as far as I know, and you don't like detail anything on the inside, but you definitely like it's all of everything on the outside. excuse me. So let's make that a bigger door. So something I want to point out here is that, one, these stairs need to go up higher, I think, for this door to recognize that it's like a front entry. Yeah, there's no villagers or anything like that. There's sheep and there's birds and butterflies, as far as I've seen. And that's about it. So you're pretty much left alone in peace. And no, there's really like, yeah. My daughter came up, my oldest, and was just like, I think, like, are there really like orcs? Oh, okay, cool. I can set that back. But while we've got this, yeah. Oh, sadness, shock. No orcs to pillage. So while we have this here, this little feature here, very recognizable if you were into Shakespeare or had to read Shakespeare in school or anything like that. This little balcony that it like seems like it serves absolutely no purpose except for you to just step outside like maybe 3 steps. This is called a Juliet balcony. And it's called that because of Shakespeare. Because in her famous scene where she's like being like blah 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 Romeo, blah, she is supposedly, when you visualize it, standing at one of these balconies. And so that's why this architectural feature is called the Juliet balcony. But in this game, if I just recess the door a little bit more, it recognizes it as a stair. I didn't mean to do that. Undo. I'll flaunt the undo button that I have. Okay, so at some point, like I obviously made these stairs just super weird. That's okay. But anyway, yeah, so if I recess it, then it's like, oh, I accept you as a door. Which makes me wonder if, if I do the same thing with this window. I can't like pull it out or anything. Anyway, I'll leave that window alone. Yeah, Romeo, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not Shakespeare. Wherefore out, where, okay, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. If you can't tell, I absolutely love having natural light in a space. I mean, I wouldn't actually put this many windows in something, but we're here, so why not? And that was a weird little door. So this gets a weird little window. I mean, you can't just sit there and worry the day away wondering about when the orcs are going to attack. So you might as well just have some natural light. Okay, super cute. That is a god-awful amount of windows. Hopefully nobody plays baseball in this little courtyard. But I'm not gonna apologize for these windows. I'll just say it's a god-awful amount. Look at that sly little guy. Yeah. Let's here we go. Well, a bush popped up there anyway. That's okay. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. I don't want the triple, but let's see if we can get the double. Something's working. And it's kind of fun that they aren't lined up. Maybe this was one of the first structures in this entire place. So, you know, some things just are janky and a little mismatched. Yeah, that's weird, you know. But that's okay. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. So, that same grandfather, because we're getting to the sad house, the sad story house, or the Con Air house. I so yeah, so my grandpa that grew up in a Saudi, he was also a long haul trucker for his career, and I think I've probably, I mean, some people know this story, but while we're on the topic of trucking, no, I only bring this up because one, we're getting to the sad house, the sad story house, and I attempted American Truck Simulator. Was that last night? Oh my god, was that yesterday? Or was that on Friday? I don't know when. But ashes. Oh yeah, Moose, this is the ashes, Grandpa. That's a whole other Oprah, though. Yeah, that's a whole other story. Ooh, yeah. So this grandpa was a long haul trucker, and this little grandpa, he he had just gotten a new truck from his company. He worked for, let's see, Mile High Trucking or whatever they were or are. Maybe they're the same still, but he worked for Mile High, and he had just gotten not a new truck, but it had just been repainted and detailed and stuff like this. And I think this was in the 60s, maybe the 70s. And he was a very strong man. He was a bodybuilder for a while. He was in the Navy, and while he was in the Navy, he got into bodybuilding, and he did some bodybuilding. He did a little bit of modeling for a little bit. Yeah, the guy did a lot of stuff, but he did trucking, and he was in his newly detailed truck and taking a load of whatever across Nebraska on his way home to Colorado. And there on the side of the road, he passed through some little town, was a couch. Somebody left it there for like the trash to pick up. Now, his motto was always like, well, a guy could always use this for like fill in the blank. Like, trash did not exist for this man. He was a little bit of a hoarder in hindsight, and he also yeah, like that whole like another like one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like, dear God, like my grandpa went and like collected all your trash and he made it his treasure, like that type of thing. So anyway, there was this couch sitting on the side of the road. Somebody had thrown it out, and it made him like stop short in his semi, which wasn't like really a stop short. I mean, it took a long time to slow the semi down and, actually stop it. And so he had to walk the long distance back to the couch. He was like, well, my wife would love this. Perfectly good couch sitting on the side of the road. Just like forewarning, no, my grandma wouldn't have liked it at all. That woman was a saint. And she would have hated it if it had made it home, because my grandfather proceeded to, like I said, he was a bodybuilder, pick up the couch. Like, I mean, it could have been a love seat. I mean, let's give him, let's like give him a little benefit of the doubt, but so maybe it was a love seat, but regardless, he picked this thing up and hauled it on his back to the semi and put it on top of his cab. And like, tied it down, everything. The thing is, couches are usually made of what? Upholstery, stuffing, wood, especially back in the 60s, 70s, whenever this happened. And what did he latch this couch next to? His stacks coming off of his cab. So it was dusk, and he was driving through, this little town in Nebraska. And he was like, my, these people are friendly people. Because everybody was like waving at him. Just like waving. And he was just like, wow, what a friendly little town. And after a while, he started realizing that they weren't necessarily waving, but like waving frantically at him. And so he finally like finished like driving out of town and looked in one of his mirrors and realized that he saw like a glow coming from the top of his cab, and the couch had caught on fire. So he had driven through this small little town in Nebraska with a flaming couch on top of his truck. And so he was like, did whatever any good, I don't know, trucker would do. Stopped short, which wasn't really a short stop, and took his knife and like cut the ties, and the couch like keeled over into an open field. And that field lit on fire, and he looked back and he had created spot fires all along the road from where the fire, for however long his couch was flaming. And so he was like, well, this is a bad situation. So he left. And then, so when he got back, his name was Mo. That wasn't his real name. It was a nickname, but very apropos because he was kind of like one of the Three Stooges, I swear to God. When he got back, his truck was like completely ruined. Oh yeah, he left. Zara. He left. This is just how my grandpa was. He left, came back into Colorado, pulled into his like warehouse thing for whatever to drop off the load. His truck was completely ruined. When he left with it, it was completely done up and perfect. When he came back, completely like burnt out and ruined. And his boss, who he'd known for a very long time, didn't even question it. He was like, well, I see we had another interesting trip, Mo, and left it at that. And just was like, all right, well, we'll get your truck fixed up. And, of course you owe this much money to fix up your truck and all that. And, well, I don't even want to know what happened, but all right, let's get it fixed. So yeah. And that's just one story about my grandpa. The man was insane, I swear to you. Oops, I think I want that right there. But I say all this as I detail up the sad Zodi house that I described his living situation as a child. But a little flag. Let's do it right here. Ah. Can I? Oh, yeah. There we go. And another one. Ooh. Let's do that here, too. And there. These all seem like very important buildings in this build. So they need a flag. Let's see where we're at with this, because I'm coming up on 2.5 hours. Yep. Yep, and I know some of you have to wander off to bed or already have. I might just... Wow, those windows and doors, God, they just make everything. I think we're gonna... You know what? I think we're gonna call it, folks. So, we put these inner perimeter buildings, did the stairs and walkways, did the colors and the roof, the roofing colors, the exterior wall colors, and then detailed the crap out of it with all the windows and doors. Awesome. So I think that next time we'll do windows. Oh, cool. Okay, sorry, distracted, but that is pretty cool. Do I have one more? I do. Oh. Look at all the flags the orcs can burn. Oops. So, I think, yeah. No, I'm really happy with that. I think next time we'll work on like more doors and windows on these buildings. Do the same for this side, because I don't have any windows or doors here. I could definitely use more stairs and entryway points and stuff like that too. And then once we finish that, we'll start on this outer perimeter of this level. And we'll do the same thing. Maybe I'll tell some more grandpa stories. There are like 1 million of them. I promise. The man was insane. So, well, cool. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I hope everybody has a peaceful sleep. Dream of flaming couches and semis and all that fun stuff. And a big old dong named MINAS Tirith. But yeah. Yeah, sorry, Moose. I know. Not 24 hours. Peaceful dreams, big old dong. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, again, thank you guys. And let's raid somebody. Gray, I leave it to you because I'm not good at that part yet. Jeez. Thank you for that, Moose. Oh, no, you don't have any. You don't have any of those emotes to use. So let's see. Ah ha ha. I knew what you were thinking though. Yeah, let's raid Nada. Yeah. You can't dong the chat. I'm sorry, man. You can't. You know, Kappa is back, man. That was horrible. Well, we missed Kappa. We couldn't do our Kappa ladders. And Jelly and Gray couldn't be like, stop doing your Kappa ladders. So, yeah. Well, yeah. I won't leave you guys hanging. We'll raid here, like, pretty quick. Do I even have, like, a raid? Here, let's make a...
I did it.
Oh, Gray did a thing.
Oh, it's the raid message.
Okay. Let's see if we can whip up a raid message real quick. Oh my god, do we have time? Yes, we do have time, right? Let's see. Let's see. Penguins. I have penguins. Yeah, we'll just call... Okay, yeah. No, that's fine. Yep, Jemama raid. That works. Bye, guys. Thank you. Copy the raid message. Ooh, good one. That's a good one, Moose.